Hey everyone, and welcome. You know, in the huge rush to get software out the door, some companies are taking a massive, and I mean massive gamble. A gamble with their product, their reputation, and their bottom line. Today, we're going to dig into a really risky trend that's affecting 1 out of every 5 projects out there.
Yeah, 20%. It's a pretty shocking number when you think about it. Industry data shows that about 1 in 5 software projects are just winging it with no formal quality assurance process at all. They're just pushing products out and hoping for the best.
So, you've got to ask yourself, could your project be one of them? It's a serious bet to make because skipping QA isn't really a shortcut. It's more like an open invitation for major problems down the line.
Hey, so as experts from WeblineIndia, we're in the trenches with this stuff every single day. We see the real-world fallout from this gamble firsthand. So today, we're going to break down why this is happening and what the true costs really are. Let's jump in.
You know the feeling, right? The pressure to launch is immense, and it often leads to this idea that a product is just good enough. But honestly, this is based on a huge myth about what quality assurance actually does. Let's tackle that one head-on.
So, a question we get all the time from business owners is, look, I've got these brilliant developers, they know the code inside and out. Why can't they just test their own work? And you know what? It's a totally fair question. The answer, though, comes down to a really important difference in mindset.
It really boils down to this. A developer's job is to build things. They're wired to make things work. So when they test, they're mostly confirming that the code does what it's supposed to do. It's a natural bias. But a QA specialist, they have a totally different mission. Their goal is to try and break it. They are professional-grade system breakers. They hunt for those weird edge cases and test all the crazy, unpredictable ways a real user might interact with the software.
So, what happens when you skip that "let's try to break it" mindset? What are the real consequences? Well, it goes way beyond just a few glitches. The costs start to cascade and impact every single part of the business.
All right, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the budget. The first thing we usually hear is, we just can't afford a dedicated QA team. But here's the kicker. Skipping QA is actually the most expensive choice you can make. The costs just show up a lot later, and they're a lot bigger. Think of it like this. A bug your developer catches while they're coding, that takes, what, a few minutes to fix? If a QA tester finds it a bit later, it might take a couple of hours. But a bug that actually makes it out to your customers, into the wild, whoa, that can cost you thousands, sometimes even millions, in lost sales, emergency fixes, and serious damage to your brand. The cost just explodes the later you find it.
And believe it or not, the money isn't even the worst-case scenario. In this day and age, security is everything. Untested software is basically like leaving your front door unlocked and wide open. A single data breach doesn't just mean fines, it can completely shatter the trust your customers have in you. And once that trust is gone, it is nearly impossible to earn back.
And let's not forget about the user experience. We live in a world with endless options. If your app crashes or the checkout button doesn't work, people don't patiently send in a support ticket anymore. They just delete it and move on to your competitor. A bad user experience is probably the fastest way to lose your customers, for good.
Then there's this hidden cost, the one that doesn't always show up on a spreadsheet: developer burnout. When there's no real QA process, your best developers get stuck in this endless loop of firefighting, just constantly patching bugs instead of creating cool new features. It absolutely kills morale, crushes innovation, and pretty soon your best talent starts walking out the door.
Okay, so we've talked a lot about the risks. So what's the good news? The good news is there is a clear path forward. It's all about changing how you think about QA, not as a cost, but as a seriously powerful strategic advantage.
A modern, solid QA strategy isn't some final step you do at the end. It's woven right into the development process from day one. We're talking about things like test-driven development, where you write the tests before you write the code. It includes continuous integration to automatically test every little change. And, of course, things like user acceptance testing and automated security scans. It's about being proactive, not reactive.
Now, look, we get it. Building out a process like this can feel like a huge task, especially if you don't have those skills in-house. And that's exactly where finding the right partner makes all the difference.
At WeblineIndia, this is pretty much what we live and breathe. We don't just write code. We build strong, secure, high-quality digital products that you can be proud of. Products that you can trust to drive your business.
Our expertise covers the whole spectrum. We do everything from custom software and awesome mobile and web apps, all the way to advanced AI and agentic AI solutions, plus N8N and business process automation. Basically, we build the tools to help your business run smarter.
And underpinning everything we build are our tailored QA services. We go way beyond just hunting for bugs. We're talking performance testing, super tough security testing, usability testing, and even compliance audits for big standards like ISO, HIPAA, and PCI DSS to make sure your software isn't just good, but truly world-class.
You really can turn quality into your biggest competitive advantage. If you're ready to stop gambling and start building software the right way, we're here to help. Just visit our website or shoot us an email to get the conversation started.
And hey, for more insights just like this, make sure to follow us on our social channels. And if you found this explainer useful, do us a favor and subscribe to our channel. It helps you stay ahead of the curve.
So, let's bring it right back to that 20% we started with. All your hard work, your vision, it deserves better than to become just another statistic. Don't let your project be part of that risky gamble.
Your project's future is just too important to leave to chance. So the real question is, are you ready to stop gambling and start building with confidence? Thanks so much for watching. If you found this helpful, a like and a share would be amazing. And of course, be sure to follow us for more. We'll see you next time.